G'day guys, you're back with Miracle Max. Look, if you've come here today because you want to find out how to fit a cabin filter on a Holden Captiva 2013 model with a 2.4 litre engine in it, well, you've come to the right place. Guess what? This is what the video is about. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Of course, on a lot of cabin filters, it's simply a matter of dropping the glove box lid and it should be tucked in here, but unfortunately on this model we have to remove the glove box assembly itself, so we'll get rid of that. So they look like Phillips head screws, 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's about all. And what else? There might be some others tucked away somewhere. I'll have to have a look. It looks like it's pivoting on a hinge here, so maybe we don't have to undo too much. And it also looks like there's some hinge pins over here. So if I just remove that, I might be able to get the glove box out without pulling out too much. So yes, I can see there's a pin over this side as well. We should be able to just pop him out, I guess, with a bit of effort there, Max. Come on now. So to get that hinge pin out, all I did was get my pointy nose pliers in there, give her a bit of a heave-ho, and just gently pull it out like that, and it should come out nicely. Of course, the same thing applies on the other one. We simply get our pointy nose plier. Oh, well, that fella come out no problems. Hey ho, it's all good. Okay, let's see if that glove box drops out now. Now there is a little retaining wire. It's on sort of a pull string down here. That comes through the side of the glove box, through this little hole here. And what it's got is, it's got a sort of a peg, I guess you could say, that goes sideways. So what you've got to do is turn it and shove it through the hole, and it's quite a bit painful to do because you've got to pull tension on it at the same time. But that's how you get it. You pull that out and then you simply turn this fella sideways, shove it through the hole, and I was afraid that it might get lost, but it's not. There's quite a bit of length there, so no problemos there. I'll just pull out that other pin and then the glove box should come down. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I took a little bit of wiggling and jiggling. I had to get these locating things out of this hole here, so you just push this backwards and it comes out, then it should pop out of the hinges themselves. So the next thing we have to do is undo all these screws here. There's another 3 down the bottom. Of course, there's those 3 up the top that I showed you before. Okay, just going to get this behind there. Hopefully that should do something. Oh, look at that, hey? So I just used a trim clip removing tool type thing, and that popped down schneisely. Just be aware that you've got the light here. You don't want to break that that wiring, of course. So I might just see if that disconnects easily, that is. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that, easy. So we'll put that to one side. There's another one down the bottom, but that should be okay. That's not putting any, oh, actually I will remove it. Darn tootin', I will. All right, so the grey one goes to the top, the black one goes to the bottom. Not that it makes much difference, I assume. So over here is a little bolt that needs to be undone. It looks like a Phillips head, maybe, I don't know, 8mm, something along those lines, boltish type thing. Let's just get rid of that fella. Put him to one side, don't lose him of course. And that should pop right open. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at the filter. Oh, dude, oh God. Oh, I honestly don't, I've got to show you this. It's a crack up. Now I happen to know the workshop that has looked after this vehicle for some time. It hasn't been looked after for them or by them for a little while, but holy moly, check it out. That is disgusting. I'm actually going to give that back to the customer just to show them, because like, that's just wrong on so many levels, isn't it? Look guys, this is what a cabin filter is meant to do. Let's have a look at the other side. Okay, so it's doing its job fairly well, but imagine that that will stop airflow coming into the cabin. It will slow down the airflow. And of course, you know, germies and all those sorts of things as well. That's disgusting. Let's see if they've given us the correct filter. Not a sponsor as usual, but here's the part number for a ProSelect brand. Just because I'm a good guy, I'll give you the part number. And notice here it is an activated carbon, which is good, gives extra filterage. So that's the correct part, and we'll stick it in now. Just notice there it says airflow. In this case, airflow goes down. Our fan is at the bottom, so we need to face it this direction. And we'll slide him in the other way. Of course, it goes in that way. But yep, that's the way the airflow goes. So we plonk him in there. Look at us. Everybody's happy. And where's our little trapdoor? Make sure that that's not full of greeblies or anything. That's all good. We can stick him in there. Like that. And put our little screw back in. There we go, we plonk that little screw back in. Make sure our little trapdoor is nice and tight. Then we can put these back onto our glove box body, making sure that they are correctly wired up. I don't think it'll make any difference. This one was at the bottom, this was at the top. And then we can put our glove box assembly back in all together. Give it another burl, hey? Needs a bit of grief. Show it who's boss. So the grey one was on this light here, and the other one, the black one, was on this switch here. 1, 2, 3 screws, and up the top we have 1, 2, 3. The glove box itself goes in next. Now don't forget there's those pins on the bottom that we need to install. So we need to get those lined up first. Push the glove box into those little locators. It's actually not a bad idea to put the glove box or shut the glove box before you put those hinge pins in. They're a bit of a pain to line up, and if you haven't got them in place, they just don't want to go in. But yeah, I've managed to get these two in, that fella there and this fella over here. So they just, once you line them up and give them a bit of grief, they actually go in okay. So remember before I told you that there was that little strap that goes on the side. This slows down the release of the glove box so it doesn't bang into place. And as you can see, it's got sort of a little pin on there. And what I did was just shove that through the hole, if you can get the thing lined up okay. And get it through the hole. Need another light, so I'm blind as a bat. There we go. So it goes in like that, as you can see. So I've got the pin sort of halfway shoved in at the moment, and you simply push it all the way through, lift your glove box a little bit, and that will pull the wire through, and that'll sit nicely. We can now shut the glove box lid like that. If you've seen my videos before, you know I don't like leaving the mat in that sort of condition. Even though I didn't put it there, I like to show that I've been there and care about their vehicle. So give it a quick clean up. While it's not immaculate, you can clearly see that I've been there and attempted to tidy it up a little bit. That shows that I care for the customer's vehicle, which I do. I bet that you're so glad that you stopped by to see how a cabin filter is installed on a Holden Captiva 2013 model with a 2.4 litre engine in it. It involved a little bit of work, but man, did that filter need to be done. That was disgusting. Guys, I hope you got something from this video, and I think you should do yourself a favour, and that's subscribe to the channel. Go down there and hit that bell, of course. Don't forget to give it a like, and feel free to comment. I've got a little bit more to do on the service before I go and have my lunch. So this is Miracle Max now signing off. I will catch you later.